Gerwyn Price, world champ, world #1, two-time Grand Slam champ. Yeah, I mentioned there the head-to-heads between these two. It's 1-1 over the last 2 years. They haven't met for a year. And in that time, I'm going to say both have improved. And over best of 9, expect some quality darts, expect fireworks, and the result could be on the cards because they've both got it. They've both got the game. They've both got a winning game. But Price, Rodri, looking to win this magnificent trophy for the 3rd time. And then we see, look, first and third respectively, the highest averages on TV this year. That's how good these guys are.
Yeah, this is the match you've literally dreamt of, Wayne, isn't it, all night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned the head-to-head. By the end of the afternoon, it'll be 1-0 to one of them over the last 24 hours.
Gerwyn to throw first.
But we know Jose de Sousa is the defending Grand Slam champion, but I think in Gerwyn Price's own mind, he is the defending champion because he was the last man to win at this venue in Wolverhampton. And in fact, he's won it back-to-back in this venue in Wolverhampton. It's his kind of town, Wolverhampton, twinned with Markham in South Wales. You know, he's got a borderline impeccable record at the Aldersley Leisure Village, where he has played 14 games and won 13 of them. He did lose to Simon Whitlock in 2018 in the group phase, but he avenged that loss in the knockout phase of the competition and went on to beat Gary Anderson, and then went through with an unblemished record in 2019 all the way to routing Peter Wright in the final.
Yeah, that was an amazing game against Simon.
It was. It kind of paved the way for the Anderson game because Gerwyn Price hasn't forgotten. He was fined a lot of money, wasn't it? Over £20,000 reduced on appeal, and part of that was due to the Whitlock game. Yeah. That was contentious too, like the final. But the final against Peter Wright was one of the great final performances in PDC darting history, wasn't it? It was borderline flawless. It was magnificent.
Relentless.
And Peter Wright was forced into submission. And said afterwards, there's nothing I could do about that.
105.
Price has gone on, got better and better and better, and picked up the biggie itself and the world #1 ranking as well.
Yeah, one come with the other, didn't it? The minute he hit the double to win the worlds, he became that world #1. And he's remained so. And he's played like one as well in 2021. 12 or treble, double 13 for the first leg. And a hold of oh, listen to that.
Yeah, this is still a very special event for him, and one of the great sporting quotes. I used to be a rugby player and now I'm just taking money out of the pros' pockets after he beat Anderson.
Yeah. Something the like of Eric Bristow would say as he picked up the Eric Bristow trophy. That's what they're playing for this week.
He's trounced quite a lot of cash since, hasn't he?
He's done all right.
He's put a lot in his own pocket, and he's earned it too.
Yeah, Bradley Brooks 100 against Gerwyn. In their opening game, he had a dart at bullseye. Bradley didn't convert, and now it's in Price's hands. Rafferty, my apologies. Ratajski's not playing dismal, but he's got to improve here. Otherwise he'll get railroaded.
Yeah, at this level, 93 average or so is just, or now down to about 90 for the Polish Eagle, is just not going to get you anywhere against someone like Gerwyn Price. Unless he has an absolutely major off day. He doesn't have many of those. Left the big fish again here, Gerwyn.
Yeah, he certainly can't give Price a head start, whether it be a leg or two legs, because Ratajski yet to settle.
100. Gerwyn, you require 74.
16. Tops. 2-0.
The second leg.
Yeah, accomplished, averaging a ton. Ratajski yet to settle on 85.
Third leg, Gerwyn,
Got to improve.
Game.
Whereas the pole will be poleaxed.
2-0 here, and the Welshman hasn't even broken sweat. Ratajski was solid, wasn't he, in his first game? 5-1 over Shindy. 118 average for his first 3 darts scoring phase, and 5 out of 12 on the double, and a 94-95 overall average. That's solid stuff, and it was enough to get the job done against the young German. But he'll need more of this against the world champ.
I get the feeling there's a bit of urgency about Price's play. He mentioned, Rod, before a dart was thrown, that he wants more aggression back in his game. He thinks it's just lacking a bit. And we know that he can play with that aggression in him, which a lot of people can't, of course. And maybe he's just trying to wind himself up.
He nor we should get too far ahead of ourselves, but he's in the same section as Johnny Clayton, isn't it? And it's a fascinating prospect.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny is the form man of the moment, if you like, and Gerwyn Price has been the form man over the last couple of years.
Yep.
So it's a very interesting matchup. We know Clayton demolished the world champ at the Grand Prix, but Price beat him at the match play and really ought to have beaten him at the World Series, bar a remarkable comeback by the Ferret. But Price will feel he really should have won that game.
I think that game was why he mentioned the aggression. I think Johnny disarms him. I think the friendship disarms him a bit.
It's very difficult to even contemplate being aggressive towards Johnny Clayton.
Oh, it's not when you know him. 3-0. And there we see it. Ratajski is not playing well, and he's being royally punished for it. Let me tell you, his rhythm's just a bit off.
I do recall a previous meeting between the two players when Price treated us to that kind of aggression against Ratajski, hitting a big score with the match level at 5-all and Ratajski waiting on tops. And Ratajski calmly stood there and waited for Price to finish shouting and just hit double top first dart in hand.
Players' Championship finals.
It was that, yeah, that's right. That was just after the Grand Slam that year, wasn't it? The first year when he beat Gary Anderson.
Wasn't he 5-0 down?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. It was cool as a cucumber stuff from the pole. Ice cool against the Iceman.
99.
If Price wins, he's through because of the fixtures. Ratajski and Rafferty would
58.
effectively play the last group game as a shootout.
Yeah. Well, I thought this would be a close contest based on what we'd seen, not just over the last 24 hours in the early stages of the Grand Slam, but over the last few weeks and months. Well, and I know we know because you've repeated it often enough that you're a massive admirer of Ratajski.
Yeah, but I thought this.
Yeah, you knew. Yeah, you knew. Yeah, classic. Wait for an outcome and then say you predicted it.
Of course.
The art is rather to predict the outcome before it happens, Wayne. But Ratajski will be bitterly disappointed with this. Because he hasn't started and pretty soon he'll be finished.
Yeah. This will be, if he gets beat 5-0, 5-1, it will be one of those games that you just want to forget and put it right with a win. Tops now for 4-zip. Have some of that. You play poorly against Price, you will get beat.
Well, he's enjoying himself in a way that only Gerwyn Price can.
Fifth leg, Gerwyn to
You have to have a certain physique to be able to carry that celebration off.
Yeah, otherwise it's not intimidating, is it?
No.
Otherwise it doesn't matter what you do. It's kind of, if I did that, it would be comical.
It would, yeah. I'm sure you'll do it, you know, post-match on stage with Emma. You can.
The only time I feel like I've resembled anything like that was when probably a 32 Reds come in Vegas when I'm chasing.
Yeah, it's like the thought of you doing the haka when the New Zealand All Blacks are doing it.
Yeah.
Ratajski's hit 2 maximums in this match, but it's just not put a dent in the price armour whatsoever.
100.
Right, let's just put this performance into context. Ratajski's averaging 97. He's at 2 180s. He's yet to have a double in this match.
Yeah.
Apart from the 2 180s, 2 140s, he's done very, very little. Price has been splendid. It's been a spiffing performance so far.
140.
Ratajski hasn't been dismal going by the average, but it's not been a good performance. He's averaging 96, but remember, he's not had a dart on the outer ring.
100.
Yeah.
Bitterly disappointing.
Well, last night we saw Michael van Gerwen average 106 and not afford Lisa Ashton a dart at double. And his great rival Gerwyn Price is producing something pretty similar, though his average is about 5 points lower than MVG. I'm not going to remind him of that afterwards, by the way.
81.
And Price is perfect on doubles, and Ratajski's not had a shot at one.
Yep. Will he stay perfect on doubles? Double 8. The answer is no. But who cares if he gets double 4?
72. Krzysztof requires 79.
Treble 19. Well, nothing's gone right for him so far in this match. He needs this to go right for him right now.
59.
Well, it's double 2 for the match. He has not produced perfection, Price, but he's not been far off it. You would say he's faffing, Wayne, wouldn't you, here? Faffing for the finish line. That's the end of it. And really, that's as one-sided a match as you could wish to see between 2 top-quality pros, but Price has made Ratajski look very ordinary there in a whitewash win. The world champion flexing his muscles and handing out a drubbing to the Polish Eagle, brought him right down to earth with a 5-0 romp. Price is really in business again at the Grand Slam in Wolverhampton.